Hello!
Woo!
Hello and welcome. This is Improbable Wargaming. My name is Travis.
My name is Calvin.
Every time.
When you're here, my name is Calvin. But otherwise, no,
yes.
my name is Steven. And we're here to do some hobbying.
That's right. This is our weekly hobby and hangout stream where we celebrate one of my favorite parts of this overall game and hobby, which is the hobby part, which is what I'm doing tonight is I am assembling these are world leaders. I got myself a combat patrol world leaders. I actually have 2 combat patrols of world leaders, but I'm doing one tonight because I have 1 box here.
Yes, you do.
And so I'm gonna be putting these together. These are world leaders are my my project for the year, the new year, new army, new project sort of thing. I chose world leaders, so that's what I'm doing.
Can't argue with that.
Yeah,
I'm continuing my journey of getting these Drakari ready. We're getting ever closer. I've noticed now. The only sad part is I went and looked at my boats, and I was like, oh, I could do a little more. So I've got some boats to do later. Obviously, once I get this done, and then of course I've got Taloses / Chronoses that I'm magnetizing and painting. So more work to do, but I've got a little more time.
I mean, they look like spooky, scary elves, which is
that's the plan.
What you want them to be, because that's what they are. They're spooky and they're scary.
Woohoo!
And they're elves.
Yes.
So that's exciting.
And they're fueled by pain.
power from pain.
I like fueled, but yes, powered by pain. Either way.
I mean, fuel, power, whatever.
Whatever.
You need power for fuel for power. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how
I wonder if
they're elves.
I wonder if they did like some kind of like focus group and like, what do you think? Power from pain or energy from pain? I don't know.
Yeah.
It was something. And then whatever it is, it wasn't my decision.
Probably not. They probably just decided on a name or they have, I don't know, it's GW. They have a whole lore team, right? So the lore team decided on a cool name for it.
It sounds like it. They're like, what did somebody put in a book?
Okay,
in, do that.
Yeah.
No, I think it's good though. It's good to see that it's staying, that it's interesting. I'm excited to see more about it. The fact that we've got anti-infantry 3, so and then we got critical wounds. We can do mortal wounds, like
devastating wounds.
Yeah, devastating wounds. The one thing that's crazy to me is like I mean, I know they never said it. They never said we're doing less mortal wounds. And they definitely never said that because it seems like there's mortal wounds everywhere.
Yo, people were freaking out today on Reddit.
Yes.
Because the Death Watch data sheets dropped today.
Yeah.
And Death Watch basically have a way of dealing like 80 plus mortal wounds in a shooting phase. Like, that's it's insane. Crazy. Like, basically you run, like, Stern Guard veterans and then, like, some Terminators with assault cannons in it. And, like, because it's Death Watch, you can combine them all together, right?
Yep.
And so you can, like, put all that stuff together. And essentially you can give it, because Stern Guard have, like, anti-infantry 4 up. Or there's a way to give them, like, anti-infantry 2 up, which is insane.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And then on top of that, also give them devastating wounds. So literally all of your wound rolls transfer into mortal wounds. Yeah. And it's insane. And then on top of that you get, because you're Space Marines, you get Oaths of Moment, so you get to re-roll all of your hit roll, all of your wound roll. Yeah. So it's just like, you're like, wait, what? And it's like, yeah, they can deal, like, if it's infantry or monsters, they can deal all of that.
Well, that's wild. Because I think with Drakari, I think they get anti-monster at like a 5 up or something. So, which some people are a little sad because, it used to be easier to deal with monsters with poison, but not now. So, but that's okay. But it's crazy because they're like, hey, remember that army that was just like not doing well? Well, we fixed that.
Yeah, right. Now they do super well. Yeah. Hooray!
It's like, oh boy.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, I don't know. This 10th is scaring me right now. I'm like, this is gonna, like, because elves in general, except outside of Uthway, don't deal with mortal wounds very well. So it doesn't seem like it's a very elf-friendly environment right now.
No, I wouldn't say.
Like,
I thought it was really funny. One of the top comments on that Reddit post was, guys, I'm starting to think that GW don't have any idea on how to make a game less lethal.
Yeah, they just know how to shift the lethality around. That's it. Like, oh, you don't like weapons killing things? That's fine. We got another way to do this. No, that's a good point. GW's like, make it less killy. They're like, that does not
compute.
Things
are tougher. And you're like, okay, who cares about toughness when you do mortal wounds on, like, 2-ups?
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, like, it's maybe GW is one of the first companies to use AI to write their rules. That's all I got. They're like, make it less killy. Got it. And then they went to did the opposite. Just did it a little differently.
We've learned from our algorithm that mortal wounds are a less efficient way of killing things. Wait, what? Yeah, so we just made everything do mortal wounds. You're like, wait, no, that's not. No.
Nobody asked for that. Oh, I know.
Incorrect AI. Incorrect.
Yeah. This is. We'll see, right? The weird part is there's been so much. A lot of people have been very positive about GW right now, just for the fact that, like, hey, they did the launch halfway decent, and things like that, right? And then now that everyone's like seeing these rules coming out, they're like, maybe it's too early to say anything. Yeah. I'm just surprised I haven't seen more haters going up because usually the hater streams are just rocking it, but right now they're waiting, I guess, a little bit longer before they jump in.
Well, I mean, so here's the thing: you don't want to be, and that's kind of been where I am at too. Like I've wanted to like jump in and make videos real quick of like, hey, here are some rules, or here's some weird rules interactions, or here's some like negative things that I found in the rule. Right?
Yeah.
But the game hasn't launched yet.
Yep.
GW is rather notorious for like day one FAQs, right?
Oh, yeah,
or designer commentary or whatever, right?
Yes,
where it's like this is how it's intended to work, right?
Yep.
And I don't want to make a video, put it out there, and be like, hey, look at this. This is super broken. Look, -1 damage, and there's no minimum damage, and so it's just 0, whatever, right?
Yep.
And be like, this is how it's gonna work. Or there's like that weird interaction with I know you made a video about it, so I didn't make it
specifically like that. I was just like, what do you think?
I know. Or
was it intended? Right?
There's one with like area terrain where you have to be wholly within the area terrain feature in order to shoot across it.
Yeah.
And so larger models like a Land Raider or even like a Dreadnought, they can't quite get wholly within the terrain feature. Just can't shoot through it, which is not good. It's not a good way to build a game, and I don't think that was what they intended for that rule to do.
Yeah.
And so I'm expecting that they will come out and be like, hey, yeah, no, that's not what we meant. We mean this,
Yeah, sure.
And I don't necessarily want to make a video and be like, oh, look at that, and then have it change. And I think a lot of people are kind of in that same boat where they don't necessarily want to make a video like that.
I do, but not exactly like that. Mine was more like, hey, interesting, fine, we'll see what this is. But
start the conversation about it, right?
Yeah, versus not say anything about it.
I hear that.
But at least I didn't go like, hey, this is messed up, let's riot. You know what I mean? That would have been different. But no, I think, well, the thing is, just trying to remember back to my 3rd and 4th days, there was a lot of weapons that couldn't kill certain kinds of vehicles,
Mm-hmm.
And so for me, this is just history, not coming potentially back, not like, oops, a mistake, right? Where people who haven't played the game long don't know that some of this stuff was like this before. It's just maybe they're like, let's bring that back.
Well, and not only that, but it's something that I talked about in our Discord when this topic came up, right?
Yep.
I was like, okay, I'm going to play devil's advocate for a minute, right? I also think that it's an oversight. I don't think that they intend it to be -1 damage, no minimum, right? All 1 damage weapons don't do any damage to a Redemptor Dreadnought.
Yeah.
Right? Or there's some Tyranid things that do that. Or there's literally a Death Guard stratagem that gives a unit -1 damage.
That's brutal.
Right? That would be insane. If you can just be like, yeah, sorry, you have a bunch of like one damage stuff. This unit's immune to that. Right?
Yeah.
Maybe that's what they intend. I don't think so.
If it is, it's going to be like, something's unkillable, by certain units. It's going to be rough.
I don't think that it's intended. However, playing devil's advocate, right? Is it the worst thing in the world if it is intended this way? Right? I want to think that way, where it's like, okay, what does this actually mean? Let's follow the train of logic, and if the train of logic leads us to Insanity Town, then maybe we say, okay, we don't like this, right?
Yes.
But if it leads us to a town where we're like, you know what, this isn't too bad. I could raise a family here. It's nice. I could settle down in this town, and it wouldn't be too terrible.
Yeah.
Maybe we don't riot, right?
It just makes me want to move to Space Marine Town.
Space Marine Town. Well, everything's fine. Everything's fine
when you live here.
Yeah. But yeah, like thinking of like, okay, so there's a few units and apparently Death Guard units.
Yes.
That can get -1 damage, and there's no restriction for how low it can go, right?
How low can you go?
And so you're looking at like a Redemptor Dreadnought now.
Yes.
Right? Redemptor Dreadnoughts, I think, are TA10?
I'm not sure. I honestly...
I have the data sheet. Let me look at it. I have it in my printed off...
he has it, people!
Here. I printed off a bunch of data sheets because I can't buy them yet, and I don't have them.
There you go.
Redemptor.
You heard it here first.
Spoilers, I'm playing a Redemptor in my game on Wednesday.
There you go. It's all over game.
We will have a conversation about how we want to play this rule.
That's fair.
In the game on yeah, they're T10.
Okay, fair.
So they're toughness 10. They now have a brand spanking shiny new 2-up armor save.
Woo!
Okay. And they're like, I don't know how many wounds they are. I just threw it away. They are, how many wounds are you, Redemptor? You are
getting these feet ready.
They're 12 wounds.
12 wounds.
12 wounds, T10, 2-up armor save. Let's look at what a 1 damage weapon looks like in 10th edition, right? Most of them are bolters, which are strength 4, AP 0, sometimes AP 1, but most of the time AP 0, right? And 1 damage. So they're hitting on whatever, 3s, 2s, maybe they get rerolls, whatnot, right? And then they're wounding on 6s. Because it's T10 versus strength 4, right?
Okay.
So you're wounding on 6s, and then it's AP 0 or maybe AP 1 against a 2-up armor save. So how many wounds are you really getting through into a Redemptor Dreadnought at this stage, right? It's negligible. You're like shooting and you can look at like something that has a lot of firepower, like a Skitarii Vanguard, right?
Sure.
Where it's like they get 3 shots each. You can have a 20-man unit. It can be 80 shots, right?
Okay.
And it's just like, yeah, okay, that's a lot of shots, but like how many wounds is it actually getting through? If it doesn't have the damage reduction, you're getting through like 3 or 4 wounds, and that's an entire like 20-man unit of stuff shooting into it.
Sure.
And you're like, is that really helpful in the first place? Or would you rather be having it shoot into something else?
I think it's more of like, if that thing is like, let's say it survived. My only logic is, I guess the way to look at it is, let's say you hit it with a couple heavy weapons, and it survives on like 3 wounds.
Yeah.
You're like, you know what? I need it really dead now. And so then I'm gonna just pump some rounds into it, right?
Yeah.
Versus, or you might not even have a better target. Now it's like, if this is correct, now you have no good target.
Yeah.
Versus, well, maybe I'll pick it up, or maybe I'll just knock it down to 1 wound. Who knows, right?
But I think that fits along the line of what GW's been saying that they kind of want to do with this edition, right? And what we've been seeing, where things have a purpose.
Yeah.
Things have, like, you have a gun. What does your gun do? And these 1 damage AP 0, AP 1 weapons, what do? They kill other infantry. That's their job. That's what they're supposed to do. And so, having this sort of like, it's -1 damage, no minimum, right? It just kind of enforces that, like, well, you should bring more anti-tank if you want to go up against this. If you want to deal with it, don't bring 1 damage weapons to this fight,
sure.
Right? And yeah, like I said, I do think that it's unintentional. I think that we'll get some sort of designer's commentary, or we'll get an FAQ that will say, damage everywhere cannot be reduced to below 0 to below 1, right?
Sure. I mean, it's what we had before, right? So potentially true. No, I agree. I mean, there's just all sorts of potential. For me, like, I made the video because early in the morning, I already was aware of it, because we had talked about it the day before and everything. But then, I get up in the morning and freaking YouTube's like, not YouTube, I mean, Facebook's like, rah! You know what I mean? Yeah. I was like, this seems like a fun video to make just to get people. And, we got several interactions with it. So, so it was nice. It was nice to be able to draw attention to our channel and not be like specifically drama or drawing. Just, hey, let's talk about it.
Yeah, I hear you.
So I like that. Like, if you can see what's hot, try to at least be involved, not miss that window, and go from there. So yeah, that's the only thing that's kind of sad about like getting that. What's different for the rules wise? it looks like we might have missed the window on it just because like a lot of other groups have beat us by like a day. So it's like, oh.
I mean, when you get access to the rules ahead of time,
it helps.
You can't compete with that too easily, right?
Sure. I'm just surprised it took a lot of these groups this long to get them out. They've had them longer than us, for sure.
Yeah, and I think it's also in that same bracket of like, do we want to jump on and make the video now when the rules could change? We'd have to remake the video or issue.
Sure.
Right.
Well, core rules often are not as majorly affected as the other rules, but I agree.
That's true.
Core rules, for the most part, tend to stay pretty reliable, but with a few exceptions, I'm sure. But I hear you. But it's not like we're jumping up like, this is how you play this army, and then you're like 6 months in, you have to delete it, because it's not valid no more. So yeah, it's definitely, people are very anxious, I know, about point value, so that's going to be interesting to see when that finally comes out, because that's, I mean, personally, I'm not looking at anything because I'm waiting for my elves and I'm waiting for the points, and that's all I care about right now. Hey guys, how you doing?
Hey Golda,
welcome. Thanks for coming to hang out with you.
Thanks for chatting in the chat.
Yeah, chatting in the chat. As always, Golda, we like hanging out with you.
Yeah.
Let's see here. We're just painting. We got some spiky Space Marines over there, and we got some spiky elves over here.
That's
right. So we're just painting humans and tiny humans, if you will.
the spicy versions of things.
Oh yeah.
You have spicy elves, and I have spicy Space Marines.
There you go. Yeah.
Just caliente going on.
That's funny. Oh man. Oh no. We're getting all this painting done, and I'm just glad I got
Bahamut.
Bahamut. Good. He friended, or she, I'm not 100%, but I'm going to assume he, because our metrics say that you probably are a guy. But
although our metrics lie,
because we know for a fact
Sonja is a woman. Yeah. We know that for a fact.
And we had a couple other ladies. Our
metrics were like,
and I don't know if she. I haven't seen the other ladies talking lately, but I know we had the other ladies talking for a while.
Yeah.
I don't know if they watch because I don't know their stream names and stuff. So who knows? But they've been real quiet actually. Now that I think of it, which is too bad. Diversity is good.
Yeah. We like having ladies in the chat.
Yeah, they let us know that we also can't paint well, and some of them also are at the same level as us, and we're grateful that they're not kicking our butts yet. They're human too. Well, like as a nurse, you learn that like women have much greater fine motor skills than we do. Mm-hmm. So in theory, a woman should paint circles around us at a much quicker pace than we should. Now, I'm not saying that in all cases that's the case, but if you were to just the average lady against the average guy, she's probably a better painter than him. At least in the finer details. Even though we know there's lots of famous male painters. So, but that's just, that's my drama for the moment. Let's go. Okay, what do we got? I'm always around. Remind me to jump into painting my army and my brother's army. You're painting your brother's army now too?
Yeah, that's what he was saying. Yeah.
Oh no.
He posted he had some Hellblasters that he put together in the hobby channel for his brother.
Oh, I guess I missed.
And we're like, those aren't NIDs. And he's like, yeah, they're for my brother. We're like, oh, okay.
I guess I missed that part. But
it was interesting. He put the shoulder pads on the Marines like backwards, and it interestingly works. It adds this really kind of unique
happy accident
look to them, right? Yeah.
Get some blood on these blades because we know these racks are carving flesh, people. Carving the flesh. But that's cool, Golda. And plus, it is nice to paint variety, change up what you're doing, so I can appreciate that you're working on something different. For sure. So, but I have to say now that we were playing 30k yesterday, and now myself and Trevor have agreed that the way World Leaders talk is from Warcraft. So like zug zug and work is done.
That's how World Leaders talk.
Yeah, we were joking around. For some reason, when he was making a comment about World Leaders, I heard those voices in my head. I started doing it. He's like, you know what? I kind of like it. Let's do that.
Job's done.
Job's done. So I was like, work. Yeah. So we were having a silly time pretending that's how World Leaders are. when they're not angry, which they always are. So I guess that doesn't work.
That is true. They're almost always angry.
It's just let's see. Yep, Tyranids and Space Marines. You don't have to lie to us, Golda. You can tell us that you own a Space Marines army too. It's okay. You will be in company of many people who own more than one army. And nobody has a right to judge anybody else about it. Because we're all in the same boat. So, that's for sure. Man, let's see here. We're talking about, like, for 30K, we're going to be starting a World Eaters and my brain stopped working. World Eaters, there we go. Narrative story coming where they'll do, like, every other game will be a progression of their story. So that'll be pretty cool to kind of add a narrative play going on that side. So
that's neat.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what they do with that and everything. So it should be pretty cool. Yeah, it was funny. Trevor was giving me a hard time. He said that he's never played someone who like hid so well. He's like, I didn't get to shoot you for like 2 turns. I was like, because I was getting closer.
Getting closer.
And I heard Ultramarines, and I automatically was like, we do not stand in the open with Ultramarines. That's just automatically from all my experience in 40K that's a bad choice.
That's true.
They will shoot you.
We're not exactly known for our melee prowess.
Oh, yeah.
We're not exactly known for our shooting prowess either, but we can do
flexible.
either, I suppose. Yeah.
What was interesting is like I was telling you, they have like 5 special commands they can do, and you cannot repeat them, right?
Yeah, they're like doctrinas.
Yeah. So like one of them is like they get +1 to the weapon skill, plus and minus to their ballistic, and then the other is the opposite.
That's like exactly like
and then
doctrinas,
and then they have one where they're like, okay, we auto pass morales this turn.
Okay.
And then they have like all these different ways. So and then they had the other one where it's like, oh, if I target this unit, then now all the other units get +1 against it. They had these interesting little things that was like, oh, thank God that's not in the Space Marines aren't doing that in 40K. Yeah. It's like, oh, this is terrifying. It's so killy. It kind of has me wanting to look into space. Yeah, I knew it. Knew it, Golda. We're not new to this game. This is the worst part. This is the worst problem about this game is if you end up either playing somebody's army that's different than yours, or you watch enough battle reports, something you're like I could use that army.
I like that army. That army's nice.
Yeah, and next thing you know, you're like, yay. Or of course there are occasions where like, no, I was wrong. I
was wrong. I don't like this army. This army sucks.
Please someone take this from me now. So you get a combination of those things.
And then you're another one of the like plethora of people who are trying to sell orcs.
Oh, are they right? Are they right now?
I just mean like that's a common thing.
That
where
is,
someone's
like
I want to get into Warhammer, and they're like, orcs are cool. Like, I want to have fun and play orcs, and then they get into it and they realize that like 90% of the time orcs are not at the stage where you can have fun and play orcs.
That's so funny.
At least not competitively, or you can't play orcs and have fun and win.
So what I find with orcs is, and I kind of with orcs is, but anyway, they are deceptively challenging to learn. Mm-hmm. Like they're basic in a lot of ways, but they are a finesse army. I've done plenty of games where I threw myself at people and just lost.
Yeah.
And then I've played other games where I was playing more tricksy and you win. It's interesting that orcs, they act like they want to just rush up and kill you, but the reality is there is a timing and a window of when you should do things, and it's not always during the wall. Sometimes the wall is used to stay alive.
Sometimes the wall is please don't kill me. It's more of a than a wah.
Yeah, exactly. The fact that now anyone can call the wall, like if your warlord, let's say your warlord gets alpha striked, right?
Right.
You still can call the wall.
Yeah, because before you had to have your warlord on the battlefield in order to call it, right?
Yeah. So I mean, if you look at the thematic of it, right, like the big thing that makes a war boss special is that his call for the wall is the loudest and reverberates through everything. But I guess if he dies, the second war boss might have enough cojones to do just as well. I don't know, but it's interesting.
Bahamut, I don't understand your question. So if a bike moves away from his infantry buddies, does he die out of coherency? I don't understand the question.
Is there
you can elaborate a little bit more. I'd love.
Can you attach the bike to the squad?
I mean, so Death Watch.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
They can like mix and match.
Oh.
Stuff. I haven't read their new rules that just came out today, so I don't know exactly how all of their stuff works right now.
Yep.
But if that's,
I mean, if it's part of the unit, then that's kind of the way it is.
Yeah.
Dude, I was looking at, oh my goodness, Dante with a Sanguinary Guard, brutal.
Yeah.
50 attacks, hitting on 2s, and then they're -1 to be hit, -1 to be wounded. Holy cow, good luck killing them.
Yeah.
And then Dante adds 9 more attacks on top of it. Oh my gosh. That squad, it's just its own personal Death Star. Forget about the rest of the army.
Yeah, right.
Wherever that hits is probably dead. And if it doesn't die, it's not going to probably kill too many of the troops in that squad.
Yeah.
So, holy cow. That was crazy to see that. I constantly remind myself that I am not going to buy ever. I love the lore. I love them in general, Blood Angels, but I'm not getting 40k Blood Angels, and I will keep saying that to remind myself not to buy them.
Yeah.
Because GW definitely wants me to. They keep sending me things and be like, come on, Steve, you want these.
You should buy Blood Angels.
And it's like, no, I won't do it. You can't make me, bro.
Do it. Buy Blood Angels.
I'm literally have decided that the armies I have are what I have.
Yeah.
The current policy of the stream is we will ask someone who has an army to come play.
Yeah.
That is what we're doing. That is the right decision. There's a lot of good things about it. One, we get someone who knows the army far better than we will.
Yeah.
And then 2, we don't spend the money.
Yeah.
Or the harder part. The money's not really the hardest part of it because that goes quick and you're like, you have the guilt, of course. But when you have that pile of stuff you have to build and paint, and you have many other piles to build and paint, it's too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the intercessors set or models can.
Here we go. He's reading.
Can be mixed, or
Really?
regular intercessors, assault.
I guess it's because of them.
And outriders in Deathwatch.
Interesting.
Yep.
Yeah, because they're a little different. I mean, they are a ragtag bunch of elite alien killers.
I know in 9th there were ways that you could, like, the way that they combined, it basically combined like all keywords for the unit together.
Okay.
So you could take bikes that ended up getting basically getting the infantry keyword. So your bikes could just go through walls.
Jeez.
And whatever.
Jeez.
They had to have an infantry in their unit as well.
Sure,
so they're not moving 12 inches because they have to keep up with the infantry has to still keep up with
you're like that goes 12 inches and he's dead. Yeah, I mean he gets affected by the squad he's attached. That makes sense. I still think coherency is coherency, right? I mean, he's gonna have to stay within coherency. He's not gonna be able to be out 6 inches in front, like you're saying, right?
Yeah, there's no stipulations or whatever within the core rulebook that designate, this applies to just infantry or this applies to just bikes or vehicles or whatever. Unit coherency is unit coherency.
Yeah.
Regardless of what kind of unit you are.
Well, the fun stuff is Gentastic's little brush soap sold out. I'm glad I bought 2 of them. They're gone, baby.
Yeah, Gravis. I'm okay. So points aren't out yet.
True.
Right. So points are points, and the entire game revolves around points.
True.
If something is too expensive, it's garbage, regardless of how good its data sheet is.
That's how the game works,
right? If it is cheap enough, it's amazing, regardless of how terrible its data sheet is. Right.
Yeah.
I am currently, I'm big on Gravis. Gravis are real spicy. Matthew Rundy, what's up?
Rundy,
thanks for tuning in, bud. It was good seeing you last weekend. Yes. Boomer Max kept my promise and subscribed, Travis. Thank you so much, bud. I appreciate that. Are you somebody that I ran into at Kansas City? If so, you should tell me who you are and how I know you.
Tell us more.
But yes, I had many people promise to subscribe.
Mine came through because I had my little QR code and they went ding ding.
He might have actually even been the person who wanted to take pictures of my models, and I was like, you can, but you have to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
I like it. And he said yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Rundy, yes.
Yeah,
Rundy. Matthew. Matthew Rundy, it was great talking to you on the phone a couple days
ago. Rundy saying yes, Gravis. Yes, Gravis. Okay, so Gravis.
Let's go, Gravis.
All right,
Gravis.
Everybody's freaking out about how Terminators are real spicy.
Yes.
And strong and tough.
They should
whatever,
be.
Right? They got T5. They're I think they're 3 wounds now. They are I've got their data sheet here. I can actually.
He's got a data sheet.
Because surprise, I might take some Terminators with me.
Ooh, they look worth it.
They're T5. They have 3 wounds. They have a 2-up armor save. They move 5 inches, whatever. Right? They deep strike. Yeah, they're tough. They're tough boys.
Yeah.
Gravis.
Uh-oh.
They just look at Terminators and they say, hey, you know what? I'm just gonna one up you. You ready? Gravis Marines are T6.
What?
They're T6. All Gravis Marines are T6.
Wow.
They're T6. They're 3 wounds.
I don't understand.
The only thing they don't have that Terminators have.
Yes.
Is Terminators have a 2-up armor save and Gravis have a 3-up.
I just don't understand outside of that.
But so like looking at a heavy intercessor squad,
yeah,
it's T6. It's 3 wounds. It has a 3-up armor save. However, heavy intercessor squad, if you are standing on an objective, because they're a battle line unit, they're a troop, right? If you're standing on an objective, if they are shot with something that has a damage characteristic of 1, they get an additional point to their armor save.
So they might as well be a Terminator.
So whenever you shoot them with damage 1, they get 2-up armor saves, and they can benefit from light cover if you hit them with something that has AP.
Well, I guess
with it, right?
You just have to do those mortal wounds that we've been talking about.
Yeah, dude, so many friggin' mortal.
They're gonna make everything less killy until you do the mortal wounds.
Yeah. Yes, but yes, Gravis are. I'm like, what? These are really good. These are really good.
They sound really good.
And
how are the points currently costed in for ninth wise?
They're actually not terrible. They got hit with like point buffs basically to like come into the game. But still, no one ran heavy intercessors at all.
So they're good to play right now, still, if you use the point cost.
Yeah, points wise, well, because like they're heavy bolters free, because they got all like the free war gear stuff or whatever. So,
that's interesting. I don't know if I like it, but it's interesting.
Oh, Boomer Max was my round 4 Custodes player.
Ah, there you go.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
That was a fun game. I enjoyed losing horrendously to you. But yeah, that was a fun match. We actually.
Wait, I know who it was. When I was yelling at.
Yeah. When you came over to the table a little bit inebriated, and you were talking very loudly, and I was like, Steven, you're very loud right now.
He was such a nice guy, though, and he didn't mind that I was yelling at him.
Real Terminators are T7 with 4 wounds. Yes, thank you, Mr. Custodes.
Oh no, there you go. I don't know. Are you excited or upset about the leaked Custodes stuff today? I know some people are saying underwhelming, and other people are saying they got gutted like a fish. What do you think? What do you think, Boomer? Woo! Let's see here. No comment. Yeah.
Let's pray you don't see Deathwatch Marines. You can just play as Deathwatch. It's true. You can just play as Deathwatch now. You don't have to. You don't like my Ultramarines that are painted blue can play as Deathwatch now.
Well, it makes sense, right? I mean, the only real big difference with them is they get that honor thing on their shoulder.
I mean, there's like some Deathwatch like specific things or like a specific character or whatever. But like, character-wise, my Blue Marines can play as Blood Angels now too.
Oh, that's so weird to me.
Yeah.
For now,
you just can't take characters that have or units that have the specific chapter keyword in a detachment that is not either the generic Space Marine detachment or their own specific detachment. So you can't take Dante in the Strike Force Augustus or whatever what's it called? Gladius Task Force detachment because he has to go in the Blood Angels detachment.
That makes sense. I mean, at least there's that. No complete mix and match going on. Like Gilliman and Dante running around the table together.
Well, I think Gilliman can, because I think he can go in any. Because he's the.
I mean, he's a Primarch.
He's the leader. You know.
I don't know. That's my question. Can he?
I don't know. I've got his data sheet here because surprise, I might be running him on Wednesday.
Let's see. Oops, all Gilliman. Oops, all Gilliman.
See, monster character, Epic Hero, Imperium, Primarch, Rabute, Gilliman. He does not have the Ultramarine keyword.
So he can run with the Blood Angels then.
Yeah, you could put him in a Blood Angel detachment.
Uh-oh. Here first, man. He's playing Blood Angels too.
Oh,
now.
No. Faction keywords Ultramarines. Never mind, he's right there. I had to look on the other side of the data sheet.
Oh, I was going to say.
There it is. I see it now. Yeah,
cow.
there it is.
We're about to see a lot of him running around the table.
There's a special rule or something. He's an Epic Hero, but I know that doesn't. I don't think that changes anything. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he just has to go with a generic one.
Yep, that makes sense. For now.
The Gravis Deathwatch unit is like 5 heavy intercessors, aggressors, eradicators, and interceptors all in one unit.
Woo!
Up to 10 models.
Okay.
There's a way for Deathwatch to put out. Yeah, we were just talking about that before everyone joined the chat. Thank you all for tuning in.
Thank you for all. I
appreciate it. It was. I was like, there's just 2 people here, and it's just us. I was a little worried for a minute, but thank you guys for tuning in and talking in chat. But yeah, we were just talking about kind of the outrage that's going on the internet right now about Deathwatch and how they can apparently get like anti-infantry like 2 up or something crazy like that, and then on top of that get devastating wounds.
Oh yeah, dude! I saw a great meme. It said, "Remember when we were all mad about Karsikins doing like 19 mortal wounds?"
Bro, you had like buckle up.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, yeah. Hold my beer.
Oh
my goodness,
it's gonna get crazy.
First, they're like elves. You know what's gonna happen is we're gonna hear everything from 10th edition is now banned until FAQ.
Well, did Bug Eater come out and say that they're just going to do 9th edition?
Yeah, they're just going to do 9th. Okay. What I've heard in the grapevine is I didn't actually look at the email, but I did remember them sending out an email, and it sounds like they just said, you know what, we're just doing 9th.
Yeah,
which to me is like even more another reason not to go. Like,
Boomer Max starting with 3x6 Alaris and 2x5 Wardens. Alaris Captain Trajan and Flamer Sisters. Excited for the new look. Bikes are going away after Bug Eater. Yeah, the bikes didn't...
Oops, all gone.
Yeah, the bikes didn't impress me either. Salvo launchers going down to just flat 3 instead of D3 plus 3 is huge.
Yeah. Or not.
I think they dropped in AP as well. They were like AP4 and now they're like AP2 or something like that.
Yeah, I thought I saw AP2. When I saw the bikes... I mean, I'm used to playing against bikes from that. Yeah, so when I saw them, I was like, those aren't so scary.
Yeah.
Those are not so scary. I mean, they have a role. We'll see. I mean, the Custodians only have so many models to choose from, so I guess we're back to all freaking battle suits, basically, and supported by troops.
Good night, Brandon.
Good night, Brandon.
Have a good sleep.
You're going to bed already?
He said he's going to start his crusade against Nurgle, so I assume that means he isn't feeling well. So he's
trying to, he messaged me saying he was not feeling well. And I told him to shut up and get back to work. But yeah, no. So apparently he was sucking face with a Nurgle girl, and she got him.
They are pretty hot, like temperature wise. Like they're like 104 degrees. It's a bad fever.
There you go. Yeah. Oops, all COVID.
Yeah. I don't think bikes are super great. Although I will say, if there is a way to give them advance and charge.
Or if they're cheap as
hell. They could be really good. Well, okay, so they have the special ability.
Didn't they lose a wound? I thought they were 5 wounds.
Yeah, they're 4 wounds now.
Which is nice.
And they remained at T6.
Yeah.
So they didn't go up in toughness, and they lost a wound.
Yes, I was very pleased.
Yeah. However, their special ability is once per game, after they advance, you can pick a unit that they moved over.
Yes.
And you roll 1d6 for each bike that's in your unit, and on a 2-up, that the unit they flew over suffers 2 mortal wounds.
Only 2?
Only 2, but it's a 2-up.
Okay. Yeah.
So
you're gonna
if you have a 6-man bike squad, and you fly over, you're probably doing 10 mortal wounds.
All I'm saying, Custodians players, is you need to start hanging out with Deathwatch, because apparently they know how to do mortals.
They know how to do mortals better than anybody else.
I mean, if it was like 2d6 mortals or something, then you'd be like, oh.
No, it's just 2.
I know. You know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
If it was like on a 4-up 2d6 mortals, people would be like, that's not bad.
But it's on a 2-up. It's 2 mortals.
Yep.
And so it's a 6-man unit is probably on average doing 10 mortals.
Oh, so it is per bike.
Yeah, it's per bike that's in your unit.
That's the part I didn't hear. No, then that's fine. Then that's not bad.
Yeah. However, it's after you advance.
Yes.
You have to advance to do it.
Yep.
Great
way to take care of that -1 damage Redemptor.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Who's only got like maybe 2 or 3 wounds left.
No, exactly. Like that's your like, hey, this is pretty good into a single model thing, or like a knight or something like that.
Yeah.
Right? Now, if they can also get advance and charge, that becomes really, really good.
Yeah,
because they can advance over something.
Yep.
And then they can drop mortal wounds, and then they can charge into something else.
I agree.
Like they advance over the unit of like infiltrators that's in the middle of the board, just murder them with mortal wounds, because that's 10 mortal wounds into a 10 wound squad, right?
Yeah.
And then just charge into something else and pick up like two units in one turn.
Yeah.
That becomes good.
And I Boomer, I agree with you. Right now, Grey Knights are in an amazing position.
Mm-hmm.
Like, as someone who's played a lot of Grey Knights, seeing those data sheets, I was like, whoa. Everyone's got 2-up save. We got invulnerables everywhere except for where they don't need to be. Everything remained at speed. I like the fact they just combined all the weapons into one, so you don't have to worry about re-gluing or buying more models.
Yeah, you don't have to be like, oh, do I want swords or halberds? It's like, it's the same thing. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, exactly. Just play.
Yeah.
And whatever you like, whatever looks better. Do that.
Yeah.
So I love it. The fact that the regular Brotherhood Terminators look that good makes me really excited about Paladins, because Paladins were basically right? And now it's like, well, what are they gonna do with Paladins? Because Paladins, are a little more expensive and fairly killy. You can bring them in smaller groups of 3. Yeah. But no, I'm really curious, because there's
like you pointed out, they can be OC3.
Yes,
which is really good, and is going to make
OC3
anyone who plays Custodies really salty.
Oh, dude, they because Great Knights really didn't have much time in the sun, if you will. There was those dedicated people that played them, but they didn't get a lot of time in the sun, and they will now. Like, they're gonna be. I mean, it's one of the cheaper. It's like Custodies. It's a very affordable army to play. Yeah. Right. You don't need a lot to buy, and so Grey Knight, and the Grey Knights are even more mobile than they ever were. Holy cow!
Well, not only that, you're also looking at, like, if you can lead a unit of Terminators with Drago, right?
Yes.
He has his like ability where once per game, if he came in from reinforcements, him and the unit that he's leading get +3 to their charge,
which is huge.
So you're bringing in a unit of Terminators and getting a 6-inch charge.
Yeah, no, that's good. You should get that charge, especially with a reroll. So high hopes there, and those Terminators are gonna wreck.
You better hope you're playing Space Marines and you have infiltrators. That's all I have to say. Yeah. They capped their 12-inch deep strike denial. They capped it. It's still there.
So yeah, it won't work against certain things, right? But it's gonna work, and it's gonna.
But even then, you come in. Well, I guess you can't come in. You can't come in 12 inches away and get a charge. Because you still have to be within 12 inches to even try to the charge.
Yeah. You can't do anything real clever, but yeah, there's but the big thing is, you may not be able to go certain places, but you're gonna be able to go somewhere.
Yeah,
and it'll be part of your strategy. Like, I need to kill that unit, and then I'm in.
Yeah. Odin limiting customization of individual squads and units oddly make my composition more customizable due to the changes of how characters work. I don't know, it's interesting. Continually, as I'm like going through all these data sheets and trying to put together a list to be able to play on stream, right? I'm constantly reminding myself in my head that GW said simplified.
Yep, but not simple. Yeah.
Well, it's not simple. I'm still looking for the simplified. I'm still trying to find it, because goodness sake, every single unit in your army has at least one special ability, if not 2.
Yeah.
And like I just had you're just gonna have to remember that heavy intercessors get +1 to their armor save if they're standing on a point. You're just gonna have to remember that assault intercessors get to like re-roll their wound roll or something if they're attacking something that's on a point. Yeah. You're just gonna have to remember that. It's just like everything has its own special ability, and you're just gonna have to remember what each one does, and it's insane.
Yeah, it's Yeah, no, I mean, I agree that what they did do is put it where it's easier to find. Mm-hmm. But outside of that, they kept the complexity of this game. I know there's a lot of people I saw people, I'm so excited to play a simpler game, and I was like, look closer, because it's to me, I'm glad to see that it's not. And there's definitely new shenanigans you can play with, defending points and whatnot. So it's really interesting. There's a lot of questions about, like if you sit here and you've got units on both sides of this point. Well, how are we dealing with this? Can't be in the middle part, you know what I mean? And all that. So there's definitely a lot of new things we have to figure out, and it's gonna be interesting. going to be interesting times. But yeah, so it's funny. Somebody posted a video, or not a video, posted a meme after about an hour or two of the Custodes, leak, and one guy was like, looking to buy Custodes armies from Meta Chasers. Please PM me. That was hilarious.
After checking the Gladius Task Force is chapter neutral, meaning you can put Dante or any other named character in one. They only need to be from the same chapter. Yes, that's correct. So you could run the Gladius Defense Force. You could run all your Blood Angels in that.
There you go.
If you wanted to. But you cannot mix and match the chapter names within the Gladius Task Force. So if you're taking all Salamander dudes, they have to be all Salamander. If you're taking,
which makes sense,
Death Watch, they're all Death. I don't know why you take Death Watch in a non-Death Watch thing, but whatever.
Yep.
I could run my Ultramarines as Space Wolves.
It's so funny.
I just don't have any Space Wolf named characters. I don't have to though.
I have one you could borrow. I've got one like you could borrow.
Yeah.
But that's about it. And he's decently painted too.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, agreed. It is interesting. Like, I don't know how this is going to go once the codexes start coming out. Right, that's when it's going to get it's going to get real interesting. But yeah, it's neat that they at least are backing off the color scheme, if you will, a bit for now.
Yeah.
We'll see how long that lasts.
Yeah.
Because then
I'm interested to see Custodes Forge World units.
Oh yes,
because like almost half their codex is like Forge World stuff.
Yes,
and we haven't seen anything from Forge World.
That's true.
As far as what the Forge World stuff is going to be.
That's why we get to keep it.
Maybe we're going back to Custodes Dreadnought spam.
That's what it feels like, right?
I mean, if a Dreadnought gets like OC5 or something, right? It's like,
goodness. Well, we'll know what they. Well, right. They sold tons of Custodes for the holidays and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if they're like, there's tons of Custodes armies out there. We're just going to tone them down for 6 months, and then you know what I mean. And then we'll ramp them up. They've done that before. They've done Gene Stealers were ramped up by the end of 9th, right? And they were relatively untouched for most of it. So could be interesting. I don't know. Custodes players are just gonna have to suck an egg for a little while.
I mean, it's a little bit different because we're not going from 8th edition codex to 9th edition codex.
Sure.
Right? We're going from 9th edition codex to 10th edition indexes.
Yep.
So they're touching every army's rule right now.
Yep.
Right?
Bad touches.
So you would expect. Maybe you won't expect. I expect. All right. This is my expectation.
This is his expectation.
Is that every army is at least playable. Right?
Yeah.
When we were going from 8th edition to 9th edition, there were definitely some armies that were basically not playable. Yeah. Guard was horrible. 8th edition Guard playing in 9th edition, like 9th edition world, was not good.
Thing, yeah.
It was not good at all. Tau was kind of along that same boat.
Yep. But then when they got that book, woo!
8th edition Tau into 9th edition anything, it was like, yeah, I don't know.
Yep.
Nids were kind of in that boat too, but they got
they had that
Crusher
Stampede. The Crusher Stampede kind of carried them for a while, but then it was like, they're like, nerf it.
Well, they didn't nerf it. They just came out with their 9th edition codex and said this doesn't exist anymore.
That's a nerf as far as I'm concerned, sir.
That's fair.
But I agree with you. They just took away your toys.
It's not a nerf as much as it is like a outright ban hammer. It's
exactly.
Like, nope, it's just gone.
It just does not exist.
We exterminatist the Nids. They're gone now.
That's true. It was, yeah, I mean, I could see what, it was definitely a hoot for Nid players, right?
But that leads into, I think Yodatech asked that question of
yes.
How does everyone feel about Nid's Monster Mash going into 10th? I'm trying to pick my 10th starting army. Also, I'm very salty about the loss of Interrogator Chaplain.
Ooh.
I don't know what an Interrogator Chaplain is.
I don't know either. Teach us, Yodatech. Teach us. I'm unfamiliar.
You have to forgive me. 9th edition is the only edition I ever played. So if there's if these were things from 8th or whatever, I don't know what they are.
And I'm not familiar because I don't play Space Marines. So sorry, tell me more. Because I'm going into this lovely 10th edition with Jakari's in tow, and then and then also best case scenario, Harlequins sitting over there hoping for something good. Maybe they'll be nice and leak our rules too, but I'm worried that we're gonna get pains of our past or punishments of our past, and I'll be like, you don't want to play them no more, at least not for a while. We'll see. I'm not gonna be that like I made the promise I'd finish out 9th edition with my Harlequins, and I did, despite the pain of it. But I learned a lot of good lessons and had some fun wins and some painful losses. But I did my thing. Now we got Jakari staged up, ready to raid your village.
Yeah,
and it should be fun. I mean, I'm really excited about their rules. I like the fact that it's like Cabal points mixed with power from pain, and there's a way to keep fueling it. And just like, let's go. Yeah. So I'm excited. What do you got? All you need to know about the DA Interrogator Chaplain is repent, heretic. Well, there you go.
Dark Angel Specific Chaplain.
Okay. Yes, I got you. Dark Angel Specific. There you go. Well, you know what? We repent. Maybe.
Sure.
Why not?
Why not?
We're so sorry, Yoda Tech. And Yoda Tech, I got your T-shirt going out in the mail tomorrow.
Do you repent? Yeah, sure. Why not?
But if you don't repent, it may not go out in time. But no, it'll go out tomorrow. I'll get that done for you. Again, sorry for the wait. Voila. If anyone's looking for extra large shirts, we have more. So let us know.
Extra large shirts.
Extra large shirts.
Dirty.
But let's see here. Otherwise, I've got a lot of Improbable Wargaming shirts.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Oh goodness, we're gonna have to do. I know how to sell these shirts. We'll do walk for Improbable Wargaming, and after 2 months, these shirts will sell.
maybe sit for Improbable.
Oh, yeah, there you go. That's funny. But yeah, we're getting. At least we got all these T-shirts finally getting out of here, so it's a good deal. At least all the ones that were pre-ordered. Let's see here. Yoda Tech, what are you up to tonight outside of just watching us paint things? Anything fun? Or you just really don't know what you're going to play for 10th edition? Let's see.
I'm not certain what I'm going to play for 10th edition either. Yeah. I have a lot of options.
That's true.
So, I'm excited to see more Necrons.
That's true.
More about Necrons. There was a little bit of a leak today.
I saw that.
Imotech the Stormlord, which I just bought that model
it's almost like
at the GW thing.
It's almost like you knew.
Yeah, he's not great.
I got him, and that's it.
Yep. Looking at his 10th edition datasheet, and I was like, huh. Meh. Not. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't jazz me. It looks about as mediocre as like what his 9th edition datasheet looked like. So
no love yet.
That's neat.
Not until he gets a new model and a book with it.
I mean, he has a once per game ability where everything that's within 12 inches of him, or every enemy unit within 12 inches of him potentially takes mortal wounds.
Okay.
Which is a big bubble, but also it happens in my command phase.
Oh.
So it's not like, I get to move him and then do it.
Yeah.
I have to move him and then pass turn to you, and then hope that you're still around me when it comes back around to my command phase.
So it's more like an area denial kind of thing.
Versus... Yeah.
I got you. You're like, hey, don't forget if you're still within 12 and he's alive.
Right. And it's a little, I don't know, it's a little sad because like that's your like in lore he's like the second best Necron general that exists. Like he's like second to the Silent King.
So you would think he's legit then.
Yeah, and he's not. So
that's crazy.
I see. Matthew Rundy, I'll take a shirt. But I feel I need to look better. I look better in orange and white. Honestly, no, you don't.
No.
No one looks better in orange and white.
Nobody does.
Than black and turquoise. Black and turquoise is a great color scheme, and I will pat myself on the back for coming up with it.
Yeah, it was a good color choice.
I'm glad they're good. They work well together as opposed to orange.
Yep. Let's see here.
Yoda Tech, I have no idea what I'll play, but I want to try something new. So Nid's new models look cool.
They do.
And I'm currently feeling Tau. Also, I need to know what other kits are on.
That's some extreme range. Like, I like Nids and Tau.
I need to know what other kits are on 120 by 92 base. What is 120 by 92?
Yeah, tell us more.
Is that...
You're looking at Knights? What? I don't know what size that is.
Yeah, I think that's a Knights base. I think it's a big thing.
You're looking at Forge World? What's going on here?
Yeah. Check Discord for my Maliceptor proxy. I think you'll like it.
Oh, we will.
I think I did see that. It was good. Or unless you just posted it, and in which case I haven't seen it yet because
yeah, I mean, if you just posted it, that's a whole different thing altogether.
Yeah.
Well, give us a moment here. Let's see. I'm just
checking Discord.
Oh, yes, I'll look
Brandon Flock's wishing me happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
Thanks, Brandon Flock.
There you go, Brandon Flock. That's how we do it. Oh, and thank you for being here. You're allowed to do it in the Discord.
Okay, you haven't posted it.
You haven't posted, but I see something else in
not
here.
Like right now, but he has posted it. At some point.
I love that. Look at that. They got the StarCraft guy.
Yes, the Ultralisk.
Yes, that's the name. Love it. Good. Oh, so someone else called it a Maliceptor in here base. That's why that guy they need a base for him. Okay.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
That's why. We figured it out. Now we understand.
Yeah.
Okay, what do we got? Seems like next turn drop.
Yeah, talking about Imatech's ability. Yeah, I mean that it is what it is. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world to have like a 24-inch in diameter like area denial. Like, oh, you want to take mortal wounds, come in here. Bubble. Yeah. But like at the same time, I don't know. I would rather have something be proactive than like
passive,
defensive passive, right?
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you gotta test it. That's all you can really do, right? Is
thank you, Matthew, for the happy birthday wishes. I appreciate it. My birthday was yesterday, but that's close enough. You can wish me happy birthday now too.
It's true. He's a little older.
I won't get angry. Where am I at on this thing? I need to.
I don't know. You've been chatting.
36, I think, is what I need to find.
Yeah,
there it is. I found it.
He found it.
We're back on track.
There we go.
Cutting out this guy's leg.
Ooh, somebody's messing me. Oh, Jaden, our friend, has messaged me about painting today. Cool. I should tell him to come hang out with us in the chat. Let's see.
Tune into the stream, my man, my Patreon man.
Yeah.
Our first ever Patreon.
That's true. While everyone else was talking about it, he was like, "I got it."
We're like, "I'm gonna be the first Patreon." He's like, "Nope, I already got it. I already got it." His
done.
hacker fingers got in there real quick.
That was too funny. Goofy guy. Okay, let's see. We're almost done with getting this orange on here. And then I gotta go back and clean up some shenanigans here.
Shenanigans.
Well, you got a little sloppy here and there, and I gotta fix that.
This person to say shenanigans, get cold car.
Shenanigans. Oh, what? But let's see here. So Matt Rundy, what are you up to tonight? What are you up to, my friend? Okay, we got that. Oh my goodness! I asked Patrick from the Sixes to come over and play Calvin at the end of the month, but he is unavailable sadly. I thought it'd be a fun rematch on stream.
Yeah.
Now getting back into them. Ooh, nice! Look at this. He looks like he's starting to figure out some painting skills.
Jaden, look at you.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell him we're streaming. We are streaming. Jump in chat.
Get in here.
Get in
here.
Homie.
Get in. Get in here.
And
get in here.
Nice work.
And nice work.
Make sure.
Oh, and also, yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah, I don't want to forget to compliment him also on his model. Like, sorry, bro, I didn't mean to forget about your model. But
any recommendations for Space Marines while I'm thinking about it?
Don't play them. I mean, that's the answer.
Recommendations for Space Marines. I mean,
buy
you can't go wrong.
You can.
You can't go wrong.
You can.
Especially Golda. I mean, you can't go wrong with a Leviathan box, but I think you're already getting one.
Yeah, if you're already got a Leviathan box, you're win-win. Yeah.
From Jace Steven Hobby, they still have some.
They still have some, which is nice. Yeah, because actually, just the pre-orders are sold out, but stores actually have copies left. There will be several in the let's say Des Moines / Ankeny area to be had. So, I mean, we've both got one. The stream has got one. There's definitely boxes to be had. So. But I don't play Space Marines.
As far as like outside of Space Marines, honestly, if he doesn't have any regular intercessors, intercessors are looking fairly good.
There you go.
Right now, so you can get those. You can pick up assault intercessors really cheaply because they were in the starter boxes.
Oh, I see.
So you can hop on eBay and get just like 5 assault intercessors for like dirt cheap.
Oh yeah. There's definitely things to be bought on secondhand.
So yeah, those are some things that you can do just like flesh out an army pretty quickly to just pick up some basic troops.
Yeah, check out their patrol box and stuff too. Sometimes,
as far as like things that look real good going into 10th, I'm keeping my eye on those heavy intercessors because Gravis are really good. They're
any
looking
chance
real
that
good.
Jays has the Lion Guard box I need? Last I saw, they had one, and it's been gone for a while now.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry to say that has not survived. Big surprise.
Although you could reach out to Mike on the Discord.
Yeah,
his name is Kickin' Ass.
Kickin' Ass.
On our Discord. You can always ask him and see if he can get you one.
True, it's a good question. You never know what he can do until you ask. But he's a really good guy, and he will definitely try to help you if he can.
Although Yodotech, you're not local, are you?
You're not local.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna do? Have me buy it for you and then ship it to you? What's going on here? I'm not. I don't know how much I want to do that, but I mean, I could, I guess, if you're really nice to me. But
I think I was
too funny.
To put these on.
Dude, it's so crazy. LVO already sold out.
Yep.
LVO sold out. Well, that's why I went and got mine day one, because I was like, if I change my mind about LVO, I'm going to be able to sell that ticket.
Sure.
There's always people looking for LVO tickets because it is the big show, and it is fun to be there, and they have a lot of activities.
That's true.
So I'm super excited, and I get to see Monument Hobbies and see Jason and his wife and all them and touch base with them, and so I'm really excited just to see a lot of familiar faces. I know some people are not going again this year, like Tabletop Titans won't be there this year, from my understanding.
Really?
Yeah, they're like, I guess some of them had a big competitive kick in their pants for a little bit, but now they're like, oh, I'm good.
Okay.
So interesting, you know. So, but there's gonna be a lot of great stuff there. Opal will be there, like their, Opus. I mean, I hear is gonna be there again, and so will be Too Thin Coats. And what I heard from last year is, if you take his Too Thin Coats class, last year at least, he gave each person who came to his class a free complete set of his paint.
Wow.
So not a bad deal. Apparently, if you take like an Opus class, you walk out with Opus brushes. You're not.
I mean, they're not cheap classes. But
they're not cheap classes, but they're also just making sure they treat you right. So there's that, right? When I was at Warhammer Fest, there was a guy walking out with a fistful of brushes. He's like, dude, they said you want brushes because they're not taking them. And I was like, sure. And he gave me all of them. So if you're in the right place at the right time, you can get yourself some good hookups.
Mr. Jaden in the chat.
Jaden,
jumping in to say hi. Hi, buddy.
Jaden, good job with that tank, my friend.
Yeah, I'm happy to say I'm starting a new Space Marine army.
Hopefully,
oh, boy. I'll be able to show you guys it on stream.
Yes.
We'd love to have you when you get back in town, bud.
Yes. Yes. If you can transport yourself to us, then we would love to have you. For sure. But it sounds like if you can get here, that means you probably can. But no, with the way you're painting and shirt, oh my goodness. Impressive. You have got some confidence, I would say.
Yeah.
Oh boy, that looked like it hurt. He's like, I'm taking out this. Blam!
Blam!
Okay. We got that done, people. And dang, ever since, like, the stream is not, like, out of control popular, but for some reason, everyone likes messaging me while we're on stream. Like, yes, what?
It's because you answer back.
Exactly. Okay, we got this. I've got some bases to do. I think I'm going to break out my Pro Acryls texture paint. This stuff's amazing. Start knocking it out. Instead of peanut butter, I don't know what he's going to call this. Maybe, what do you want to call this? Not peanut butter, but something else.
Baby food.
Baby food. That's it. Pink poops for Travis. We're back to pink poops for Travis. That is it. That's it. Eventually he'll figure out something for me, and I probably will love it. So there you go.
I just had a really bad idea.
Oh no!
I'm not going to share it.
Uh-oh. There you go.
Just say it has something to do with the month that we're in.
I don't want to overthink this, so I'm not going to. What do you guys think of the background? I've been messing around trying to just add some features back there, some gifts that we've received from events and from friends, and I figured, well, we can put them up here now, switch it around from time to time.
There's at least stuff on the wall, right?
Yeah,
it's better than blank gray slate.
Did you? Oh, that reminds me. Did you not like my AI joke today?
I didn't. You didn't elaborate.
Oh, well,
you were like, oh, it's no, you didn't.
I did. Go look.
Did you?
I did. No one responded. It's like everyone literally gave up on me. Apparently, I only waited maybe a couple seconds. I swear I elaborated. But either way,
no, you didn't elaborate.
I did. It's on my phone.
You just said same bad jokes, but you didn't say which jokes.
All of them. What do you mean? All of them. You guys wanting more details? Like, tell me a specific joke you mean by that. I don't know. All the ones at your birthday party.
Yeah, that's fair.
That was funny. People were like, drink more water, Calvin. Oh, poor guy. He was trying though. I still love that he accidentally bought the largest beer they offered.
Accidentally, you know.
Yeah, he's like, dude, don't tell my wife how much this costs. I'm like, I don't know if you should show her how much you bought. I don't know about the cost. She'll figure that out by looking at it. You know, she's not a dumb woman. Silly guy. Oh, that was entertaining. And then he's like, "Oh, I won't drink, Steven. You're gonna have to share this with me." And then he drinks the whole one.
Yeah.
And then orders another one.
Yeah. Nope, that's his. That's Calvin. That's his thing that he.
That was entertaining. I was kind of excited. I'm like, "Yeah, I'll share that with you. Hefeweizen, sign me up, bro." And then I look over, it's all gone. It's like, bro.
Yeah, he doesn't know.
You're welcome, there, Panzer boy.
He doesn't know how to zip anything.
No, I mean, I hear you. That's why. Hey, he's getting his money worth.
Yeah, that's fair.
And he's not like he didn't behave or anything. So he was a good boy.
Yeah.
So let's see. Oh man, getting these done. I think I'll. Oh my goodness, it's crazy like how much you can get done when you're actually painting. I'm like, whenever I just don't want to paint like for a little bit, I build some more Tau. But honestly, I only have 3 ghost kills to build. And then I need to like build 60 troops. Troops don't take any time.
Yeah.
And that's it.
There's like 3 parts, right?
Yeah, there's 3 parts. So I'm literally almost done building Tau, and then I just need to I'm a white and then off they go to be painted. So I'm at least excited in that regard that they will be hopefully done sooner than later. They'll be on, at least my Tau army will be on stream sooner than later, but until then we'll see if we can get someone else to bring them on board. Uh-oh.
Max, Travis, did you get new dice?
Oh,
yes. I bought new dice immediately after our game.
They didn't pan out though.
Honestly, they were fine.
I'm teasing.
My last game of the tournament.
Oh, okay, not your last.
My opponent was actually constantly commenting on how exactly odds my dice were rolling. Which I was like, this is perfectly fine. Like how many times I shot the auto cannons on the soul grinders, the 6 shots, they hit on 3s.
Yep.
Every single time I was like, I hit with 4, I hit with 4, I hit with 4, I hit with 4, I hit with 4. And I'm like, finally, odds dice. I'm happy about this. They didn't roll super well the second to last game of the tournament.
Gotcha.
My opponent literally was like handing me his dice. He was like, you can roll these if you want. Although I will say, my opponent had a great idea. He literally bought casino dice.
Yeah, I've seen those,
and that's what he rolled with, because he was like they are regulated.
Yep, they are,
and they don't do weird rolls. Because they're sharp cornered things.
Yep, I've heard good things about him.
He's like I can know and I can rest on the idea that these are properly weighted and will roll at least the way that they're supposed to roll.
Exactly, versus what the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
They seem like Canadian dice, 16% less than everyone else.
No. I knew I liked you from the first time I met you. Oh my goodness, that is righteously hilarious. And we don't have any Canadians in here today, which is too bad, because I know a few that would have been cracking back. That would have been hilarious. Oh my goodness. Too funny. Good jokes.
Yeah, they were rolling abysmally.
What part of the country is he from? Or
South Dakota, I think.
Oh, okay.
The Dakotas, right? That was where you guys were from?
Not far away at all. I gotta make friends with you. South Dakota, I'll bring my dogs. We'll go chase some pheasants. Maybe some sharp tails.
He said he was a farmer.
We need to be best friends forever. I don't really bother farmers, but I will never say no to a farmer saying, "Hey, you want to hunt my land?" Like, yes. And then you walk on land, there's no trees, nothing. You go, rough. Too funny. No, he was super cool guy. Even nice to me while I was drunk. Let's see here.
Well, everybody should have been nice to you after having to face nothing but Astro Militarum and Space Wolves.
Yes, it was like, let's go. I don't know what my Space Elves did, but the Space Wolves and Astro Militarum were hunting us. Like nobody's business. Even the TO was like, Steven, I'm so sorry, I don't know what's happening. I was like, this is out of control right now, and I'm not trying to be mad.
You put me in the Space Wolves pocket, whatever it is, the
pod
bracket pod.
Dude, my whole pod was Space Wolves by the end of the thing. I was like, this is crazy. Yeah, the Space Wolves couldn't apparently beat guard consistently, and they couldn't beat world leaders at all.
From North Dakota.
So they all went through. Oh, North Dakota. Oh, yours is even more fun of an area to hunt, from my understanding.
30 miles from the Canadian border.
There you go. There you go. Well, we're glad you made the trip all the way down there, man. It was great meeting you, for sure. We know why you drove, because you're like, I don't have nothing else to do. Like growing some corn, maybe some wheat. I don't know. What do you grow up there? If you're a farmer,
I literally asked him the same question when we were playing.
Oh, I know. Well, we're in a rural state where that's a common question. What do you grow? What is he, Milo? What is he?
Well, he asked me what I did for a living, and I was like, well, I work for an agriculture company. He was like, oh, which agriculture company? I'm like, most people don't follow up with that question.
Exactly, because that means he knows something. Yeah. He might be one of your customers.
He got 3 demons in a row. Travis is the best. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
He is an all right guy. He tends to be gentle with you,
especially when I'm losing.
Yes. Well, I mean, when he's losing against me, he gets real ornery and starts telling me to stop cheating. Or mostly,
he would stop cheating.
I know. I just like the fact that our last 9th edition game ever, at least my last 9th game ever, was me constantly telling you minus 1 to be wounded, and you were like, "Is it true this time?"
Right, but you were lying half the time. I know. It's minus 1 to wound. I'm like, is it? Okay, I'll just roll 5s and 6s anyway.
Yeah, exactly. It was more fun just to see your reaction, because I remember the last time you're like, "No, seriously, really this time?
Like, is it?
Is it like really this time?"
He grows beets, corn, soybeans, wheat, edible beans.
There you go. There you go. He's feeding the world, people. He's feeding the world. Yeah. And if they're not the world, then he's feeding the cows that feed the world. Nice.
Yeah, I don't think.
Thank you for your service.
I think your list going into demons is a good matchup. Sounds like your team did a pretty good job of putting you into the things that you can win against.
That is
for sure.
For sure.
Although that Custodes list is pretty gnarly into most.
Oh, sure.
I tabled the rest. Yeah, you tabled the rest of the demons.
Oh, I bet you did. The nice thing about Travis over here, he gets to play into Custodes quite regularly, against his will often.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that was partially what made the game so chill, was that, like, I sat down at the table and I looked and I saw his list and I was like, oh yeah, no, I know exactly how this game goes. I played it multiple times. I don't think it's going well for me, but we'll play our game and we'll have a good time while we do it. I think it was at the end of, it was the beginning of round 2. I think was when you were like, "You want a beer?" And I was like, "Hell yeah!" I'm like, "Let's crack one open. Let's do this. Let's get it going, because this isn't gonna go better for me."
That's hilarious
at any point. Yeah,
that's funny. Oh man, yeah. I mean, yeah. Dude, I remember last Kansas City in October. I went my last game. The guy came up. He was late and blitzed.
Yeah,
and he was like setting his models up wherever. I'm like, do you really want to play? Because you're just putting everything in the open. You just don't care.
Yeah.
You know, it was. He's like, yeah, what are you talking about? And the game was overturned too. When I killed his whole army, I was like, oh my gosh, man. He was just too drunk. I felt bad. Yeah. You know? We got a comment here. You guys had the list that had more bikes, right? Yes.
We did, yes. Our buddy Sean was taking a list that had 21 bikes, 20 bikes, something like that. Yeah, there's as many bikes as you could take.
Yep. Oops, there's
basically.
Too many.
Yeah, like 2 bike captains, and then just like all the bikes. Yes.
Yep. It was a lot of like no mortal, like you don't get invulnerable saves and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, scary.
Yes, that was the one that went into your son playing Imperial Knights, and we thought that game would go well for us, and we were wrong.
Because usually, you trained him well. That's the best answer.
Because your son's Imperial Knights do mean things. They do real mean things to people that we did not see coming. That was something else.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Yep, that's hilarious. Oh man. Here, we're gonna keep on building here. Oops, all texture paint.
Oh my goodness! I stumbled upon this this YouTube channel that does like painting shorts.
Oh,
right?
Okay, yeah.
And the editing is amazing. It's immaculate. It's like everything that you would expect in like a really good painting short.
Sure.
The painting is abysmal, but it is abysmal on purpose. Like it is like literally horrible painting, but the editing for the short is like awesome close up shots. Like the lighting is perfect. Like it's timed to music so well. A USB disconnected. What happened?
Something disconnected, and we got a red mark on our thing, but we're still streaming, so
yeah, I think we're okay.
Yeah. Oh, I see what happened. This died. This camera ran out of power.
Oh.
Yours is fine. Mine died.
Is it plugged in?
It thought it was.
It should be.
It's not enough power, is what it is.
I guess not.
I can fix that though.
But yeah, it's like it's like just dig the brush into the pot, gloop the paint on.
Yeah. Oh, I've seen that actually.
He like takes the transfer sheet and like puts super glue on the back of the transfer sheet and just sticks the transfer sheet on the side of the model.
I've seen that guy actually. So yeah, I've seen some of his shorts. They are definitely crazy. Actually, a guy we know, Kyle, was sharing it with the Sixes. Apparently, but I mean, let's be honest, Kyle paints similar to that guy anyway. But it was still hilarious. Kyle found someone like himself.
It was really funny. I was like, oh man, this is...
I saw one where he was doing an Imperial Fist.
Oh,
and he was just like, blop, blop. It was like no thinning, just slapping it on the model. It was like,
the one I saw was like a Sister of Battle.
Oh, I hadn't seen that one. Yeah, but the one, oh my goodness. He used all the correct paints, but not the right techniques.
What technique?
Exactly.
No technique.
That's my point. It was like, let me just slap this for you here.
A little slap of the paint there.
Yeah, so that was entertainment for sure. Hey, you gotta find your way.
Yeah, right.
For sure. I was talking to my friend. I made a friend a bigger YouTuber that I've followed. He does like very fair evaluations of new data sheets and stuff, and I always give him a hard time because I'm like, I come here for the salt and you don't give me salt.
Give me salt.
And he's like,
tell me how broken this is.
Exactly. He's like, that's just not me. But he ended up following us after chatting with him a bunch on YouTube and stuff, right? But he did give a suggestion. He said that when we do our shorts, if we want more people to be interested, you gotta be sensational. Like, the game is broken. You want to know how? And then people are like, yes, tell me more.
Look at this bolter. The bolter on the heavy intercessors are strength 5, AP 1.
Yeah, he's like,
what?
Yeah, he's like, don't make a single pause. What? He's like, don't pause in your speech. Go, go, go. Fire, fire, fire. Less than a minute. Success.
Well, now I want to make a video like that.
Yeah, I know.
Now I really want to do it.
He literally told me today, so that's why I'm like...
We just go insane with it.
Yeah, we're like...
This is what we were told to do. Let's go.
Did you hear about the GW leak that breaks the game?
It breaks it in half.
And then we like make something up.
You can't shoot something unless you're wholly within a terrain feature.
Actually, that does break the game. And nobody's talking about it, actually, that I'm aware of. But either way, yeah, it's just kind of funny. You're like super loud and just go, go, go. Like, do you want to be in the Marine Corps? I'd play 40k. Keep watching the video now.
Hoorah! Or something. I don't know. I wasn't in the... I don't know.
Yes, exactly. But still, could you imagine?
I'm an imposter. I don't know.
I've got an imposter syndrome. But
it's not even a syndrome. It just is. It's just what I am.
I'm just a jerk.
I don't know what I'm doing.
But I love the idea. Just, of course, he didn't mean it like exactly like that, but I still loved it.
Well, I mean, if he didn't mean it exactly like that, he shouldn't have said it exactly.
That's how I read it.
That's what I heard.
That's what I heard too. So,
but I heard it from you,
and I do read things weirdly.
Embellish things.
I do. I mean, I only do a little bit because
only slight embellishment.
I love excitement. Come on, be like, hey, my daughter lost her tooth, but that doesn't sound exciting. Be like, she lost several teeth, and it's only one. No, I don't know.
Because of me, I ripped him. Wait, no, don't say that on the stream.
Yeah, dude, I tricked my daughter so bad. Like, actually, that reminds me of a story. Like, my youngest, we were doing the string on her tooth.
Yeah.
And we tied it to the door, right?
Yep.
And I was holding the door, getting ready to slam it. And you know what I did? I was like this, okay, 1, 2, and we chop. And just chop. And she was like, oh, it's out. But she was so focused on the door, I just chopped the string with my hand, and I took it right out. And she had no pain.
My daughter shut the door herself.
Wait, there you go.
I tied it to her tooth. I tied it to the door, and I was like, I can shut it or you can shut it. It's up to you. And she was like,
my daughter was
just pushed it.
My daughter was too busy crying. She's like, ah! So we intervened. But then she realized, oh, that wasn't bad at all. So now she'd probably do it herself, especially now that she's 8. We don't really have that problem. But yeah, it was still funny. Totally distracted her. Whack. Off it came. Okay, we got a lot of basing done. I got to keep working on my lovely little racks. Get them done.
You do have a lovely rack.
Woo! Don't tell my wife. Let's see here. Well, oh, giggity. That's what I should have said.
Boomer Max. What's up with the Marine jokes? We're not making fun of the Marines.
Yeah, what? Don't you like Marines too?
Yeah. He was a Marine.
No, I get it. Yeah, hey, yeah. I was a hospital corpsman, and docs are allowed to talk smack about Marines that I'm aware of.
That you're aware of.
I believe I have a card that says you can do this.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, let's see if we can get this camera back up and running. There we are, back live with that camera. There it is. I like that I can actually figure out these things, how to fix them when they go down. Even if it's just minor. It's nice. It's nice. Hey, I'm not going to say anything about audio because it's been so good for like a month and a half. You know. Messing around with the audio and learning how to be able to tune it a bit has been good. That's another reason why I refuse to update the dang OBS. So they don't
touch it.
Don't touch it. I keep telling it, not this update. Not this update. It's like,
you want to update? No, I don't want to update.
Yes, do not update. Okay, let's get some booties done. And we'll be good there. And then I gotta start working on more on these bikes, but I've been prepping them little by little, getting them ready for the next phase. So it'll be fun when they're done. I probably need 2 more bike squads, but I gotta wait a little bit. Yeah, gotta wait a little bit. I remember not
a corpsman worked in a hospital.
I remember not a corpsman worked in the hospital. Wait a minute. Hospital corpsmen worked in the hospital, were attached to ships. Could be specialized working on subs, and then they could also be attached to the Marine Corps. So hospital corpsmen were everywhere that you needed them to be. And then of course, you always knew someone was a Marine when they automatically hear Doc, and you're like, oh, you're a Marine, no question. Okay, my last opponent was active duty Navy, and we roasted each other the whole game. I get it. I mean, that is classic. Well, heck, even within the Navy, like, sub guys would be like, how far does your ship go down? You know, I'd be like, well, not as deep as yours, you know, that's stupid. They're like, oh, I hear yours goes all the way to the bottom. You know, stupid comments all the time, right?
Guys, both gay.
Yeah, you're both gay. Well, that's why I tell people, they didn't even hide in the Navy. There was no bar soap on a rack somewhere. And all the soap was put on the ground.
Just already there.
You were already there. There was no discussion. Just go. You know? So,
all right. Well, I got my Invocatus put together. Here he is. Oh, here he is.
Invocato. The avocado.
Here's the Lord Avocado himself.
He is a beast.
He's right there. I'm not putting him on his base because I do special basing stuff with my world leaders.
He does do special basing.
I didn't want to. I don't want to put him on the base yet.
You don't want to put him on that pedestal yet.
I got to put the cork down.
Woo! Oh yeah, that's a good point. One day, maybe I will do fancy base work, but I typically don't.
I figured since I'm taking my time with world leaders,
yeah,
I might as well.
You're romancing them.
Do some cool stuff with them.
Take them on some dates.
Yeah,
get to know them a little. You guys don't communicate real good, but you're a fun date. Yeah. Uh-oh, we got that one. His teammates traded me for an objective marker. Said they are going to make him use it. Oh, there you go. Okay. Sounds like you guys had a lot of fun. That's for sure. I got to meet a lot of really great guys over on the single side too, which was really cool because they were single and ready to mingle.
Some hot singles in your area.
Yeah, there were some hot singles in my area. But met some really
turn the
good
AC
guys
on that side of the building.
Oh yeah,
it was pretty warm. Yeah, hot singles in our area.
Woohoo! Those bastards. No, it was a hoot. What do you?
Not that I just dropped a piece.
Okay,
I forgot to put this guy's hair on.
You put some passion into that. I was like, something happened.
I just hate when I drop stuff.
No, I know. I'm still missing one of my bikes. The little engine piece back here. I dropped it by the computer, and I still can't find it months later. And I'm just like, one day, sir, I will find you. Yet I find most of the other stuff I drop. But oh my goodness, let's see here. Oopsies, all mistakes. Oh well, we'll just, you know what? There's no such thing as mistakes. You just flow with it. If you just keep going, that's all I can do. Honestly, at this point, after being in England and all this other stuff going on, I ended up being like, I'm like a month and a half behind on my painting.
Yeah.
From all the stuff that was going on, so I have gone the speed paint route to get just things done because I want to play them. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I've got tournaments coming. And honestly, I still have like a month for my first tournament of 10th edition. So it's not like I really need to panic, but I do need to keep working. So I'm trying to paint every day so that I'm on track.
100% Boomer. I agree. Yeah, he had 6 amazing games. Funnest weekend playing 40k he's ever had. I absolutely agree. I had so much fun playing in Teams event. Even though I only won 2 games out of the 6. I had so much fun with it just because you're the team dynamic of it.
Yeah.
And being the team captain was fun too. Being able to do the pairings and match people together and try to get my guys the best matchups that they could get, right?
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. And then honestly, just like being at tables right next to your buds all game, all weekend was the best. Like,
yeah, that was, I was definitely jealous of that. You know, I mean, you guys came and visited throughout, but it's not the same when you guys are all like literally standing shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah, where you can kind of just walk over and take a look at your buddy's game and see how things are going. You can't table talk. You can't give them advice because it's them that are, it's your buddy playing the game. It's not you playing the game for your buddy, right?
Yep.
But you can, come over and be like, hey, how do you think your game is going? And how are you doing? And
that's fair.
Encourage them to score more points.
Try harder, bro.
Yeah.
Yep. No, I hear that. And I definitely could have benefited from that, especially by the end when I was really down.
Mm-hmm.
But I hear that. Yeah, no, it was really interesting for sure.
Well, and that was, we went with, so myself and Brandon were the only people on our team that had actually been to a larger event like that before.
That's true. Yep.
So 3 out of the people on our team were rather new to larger events, at least.
And they did all right.
And they did really well. But we also went into it like knowing that. We went into it with the outlook of like, listen, this is going to be as much a learning opportunity for everybody as it is going to be like an opportunity to compete, right?
Yep.
You learn so much from that competitive environment, playing 6 games of competitive 40k back to back.
So many good players are coming together. You're not RTTs are swingy, but
the competition at that tournament was insane. It was so good.
Oh yeah, same thing in the singles. There was a lot of good players on all around. So
yeah. Boomer says 30 games as a group and only 1 salty game between us all weekend. Yeah. I mean, all the games that my guys played seemed to go really well. There was one. The only complaint that one person had was like one person was like really quiet the whole game and like was just really non-interactive.
Yeah, which is too bad.
Which
but
is
not the worst.
It is what it is. Yeah, it's better than someone being like super salty and really angry at you all.
And I've experienced that, and that's less fun.
Yeah, but no, like all of my games were fun. I really enjoyed them. I had a really good time. And we went into the tournament with the idea that we're gonna play hard as a tournament. We're gonna be as competitive as we possibly can, but also with the correct mindset of like we're not going into it thinking we're gonna win all of our games.
Yep.
It's going to be okay to lose. It's going to be okay to have a bad game. Yep. Coming into it as a team environment. That was something that was really interesting about the team games too. Is almost always, regardless of how well you match into an opponent, you're going to have at least one or two games where it's a bad matchup for your team.
Oh sure, yeah.
Right, where you're like, hey, this is not a good matchup for you. You're probably going to lose this game, but try to keep it close. Right.
Yep.
And you can kind of just go into that game with that mindset of like, well, I'm gonna score as many points as I can. Like I'm probably gonna lose, but it's okay, and we're gonna have a good time.
It's too bad there's not more of those around. Those team events around.
I would 100% in a heartbeat if I had to choose between a singles tournament or a team tournament, I would do a team tournament again.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. It was so much fun. There's quite a bit more work up front. Right, of just like getting your team together, putting together. You have to get 5 guys that are willing to go, right?
Yep.
And then getting your list compositions all put together and getting all of that set up. Like there's a lot more work involved in that. than just like, oh, I have my army, I'm good to go.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Coordination
is required.
But it was so much fun. It was just, yeah, I had a blast. It was great. I'd do it again, absolutely. If they bring a team event back next year or something like that, I would do that over the singles for sure.
Oh, nice. That does sound good to me. And I mean, you guys look like you had a blast, and I definitely like the idea of it for sure.
Yeah.
I hope that they do it again because I'd like to be involved next time.
Yeah.
That's for sure. I'm curious. 30 games. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, that's a lot of games for sure.
Yeah.
Networking. See here. There we go. Oh man. Let's see here. I'm getting there. I'm slowly but surely getting these racks done.
Monument Hobbies in the chat. Hey gang.
What?
How's it going?
Monument Hobbies? How dare you like us?
Our very special people.
We're favorite people.
We're supposed to like you. You're not supposed to like us.
I know. Look at us using your things on stream. How dare we? Oh my goodness! Look, there's paint around here for Monument Hobbies.
Hey. Yep.
Oh no! Look, there's texture paints.
Yep.
What's up, Monument? So
Improbable
awesome.
Wargaming's first annual team event.
There we go.
You know, I mean, we've thought about hosting events.
We have thought about it.
It would be fun.
It's a big commitment.
It's a huge commitment. It's just the logistics in general of like, hey, let's get together, let's get all of this terrain and all of these tables and have an event hall.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, it would be something.
Maybe one day if we get big enough or whatnot, right?
Yeah.
Well, let's see.
Yeah.
Never said we liked you. I know. Okay, well that's so. Then in that instance, this is Jason. So I would assume because Jason is a salty dog and I like him. So, and the founder of the whole show, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Until he tells me otherwise. But yeah, amazing to have you come hang out with us while we're hobbying and painting some lovely elves and building some lovely world eaters.
Yeah.
So woo. See here.
Golda wanting to get more games in. Hey,
that's easy. That's an easy favor.
Literally this this Wednesday, my first game of 10th edition. I'm excited. I think it's going to be really interesting to see how Space Marines and NIDS crash into each other with 10th edition rules.
I'm really excited about this Wednesday. Yeah, because just because we're on the topic, right?
Here we are.
This Wednesday, Space Marines going into the NIDS.
Yep.
We're gonna have Chris, our Patreon, coming on, our first Patreon to visit the show.
Yeah. And our teammate.
Our teammate, right?
He was in the
yeah,
team
so he's going to be playing. It's going to be really exciting. We're going to be using 9th edition points, but everything else is 10th edition.
Yeah, because we don't know the points yet.
We don't know the points.
So we're just using 9th edition points. We're going off what we got.
Yeah, we're going to use what we got. So it's going to be really, really cool. Actually, that reminds me, we have, hopefully we're going to hear from Monument Hobbies here soon about what they want to provide for our next giveaway. So they're talking, they want to understand the giveaway and what they might provide. So I'm super excited to see what they might hook us up with. And then, of course, we hook you up with. So that'll be really cool.
Boomerex, yes, we are streaming. So we will be live Wednesday. Two days from today. Same time, same channel, same bat time, same bat channel. We will be streaming our first game of Warhammer 40,000 10th edition.
10th edition.
Which is really excited. I've got my Space Marine list here. And my army is here. It's in a bag. And so I'm really excited to get 10th edition on the table and get it going. Just dive in.
It's gonna be super, super fun game. I can't wait to be producing it and laughing my butt off the whole time.
Yeah.
Especially because Chris is an interesting sense of humor.
Yeah,
he's dry, but he's also clever. So I think he makes me laugh.
It's our favorite kind of sense of humor.
Exactly. So it's gonna be super, super cool to see what he does. I'm sure he'll be nervous, but we'll make him relax.
When we were at the tournament, he had a game into we were playing Tundra Tactics, and he lost that game pretty hard.
Oh, really?
But I walked over and I was like, yeah, he was playing into Orcs.
Oh no.
I walked over. I was like, "What was the final score?" And he told me the score was like something to 100, right?
What?
And I was like, "And you were the 100, right?" And he's like, "Yeah," but like delivers it in like completely deadpan, like absolutely, yes, I was the 100.
Oh
and
no.
I was like, oh. I know you're joking. And he's like, wow, really? And I'm like, yeah. And then I proceeded to actually put the scores in wrong, and I had to go to the TO to the tournament and be like, "Hey, I put the scores in wrong." Like I knew that he was joking. I knew that it was wrong,
and
but
then
did it. I still put him in, and I was like, "Oh, that's wrong." And I had already hit submit, so you can't change it. No. So I had to go to the TO and be like, "Hey, I was dumb. I changed. I need to change. I need this change."
I can't believe you did that. That is so hilarious.
Yeah,
amazing that you. Well, at least they're nice enough to be like, "Yeah, we can't just let him win for free." Hilarious. That Lord Imbricata, can I see him? I mean, I've seen him fully painted stuff, but it's actually I didn't get to hold him before, so let's check him out. Now he looks like a lot of fun to paint. Jason, if you're still here, would you recommend like this kind of model being done as sub-assembly, or would you actually recommend just painting it as it is?
I'm gonna guess he'd probably say take the dude off of the.
I want to see what he says. If he's still watching us, he may have took off already, but if he's still here. I want to know. Ooh, this part scares me though because it's barely attached.
Yeah, well, it'll get glued to a base.
No, I agree. But you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
yeah. But you do fancy base work, so the Lord Avocado shall reign supreme. Oh,
yeah, falls over.
Oh, and then I banged the dang thing.
He drops the elbow.
Yeah, that's exactly what we did. Okay, so I think I'm gonna do some more hair. Is what I need to do, and I need to do more blood, and I need to do some more metallics. So I've got a few things to do.
Speaking of monument hobbies.
Oh yeah, speaking of monument hobbies.
Well, he jumped in here.
Yes, he's in here. Check out the links below.
Yes, there should be links below.
Yeah, there definitely is links below.
They should work.
And they should work. The big thing just remember that when you support the channel, you're also supporting monument hobbies, right? So when you use our link below, a small amount of it goes to us to help keep the channel running and upgrading. And then of course the rest goes to monument hobbies. And I'm a major fan of their brushes, their cleaning products.
And their brushes are back in stock!
And they're back in stock.
Go get their brushes before they're out of stock!
Yes, I ordered everything. And then, of course, we love their paints. They are high quality, high volume. You're getting your money's worth. Check it out.
Thank you. Sub-assemblies are for quitters. Yes! Yes! Someone!
Sub-assemblies are for quitters.
Yes! I love it. Yes, thank you. Someone on my side.
From high above. We got an opinion.
The number of AdMech players that I've run into that are like, oh yeah, I do all my backpacks off of the thing, and I do everything is yes, like I swear probably 80% of AdMech players are like, oh yeah, I paint entirely in sub-assembly. I'm like, ain't nobody got time for that.
That's why your army's you're like, why is my army not? My army's not done. Yeah, we know why.
Also, just get good and learn brush control. Like, don't put the paint where you're not supposed to go. Stop it. Anyway.
I just take longer to clean up, but that's okay. That's my fault. Okay, I'm gonna do some metallics. That's what I'm gonna work on.
Use the link down there. Get yourself some monument brushes. You won't be sorry. You will enjoy them. Get yourself some monument paints. Yep. Treat yourself to something nice.
Now I'm gonna,
which is pro acrylic paints.
We're gonna kiss a lot of monument hobbies butt right now. But
I will shill for anybody.
Who I don't know about anybody, but definitely people help us out.
Literally anyone.
But here, I've been using my little Adams set of brushes since I went to LVO, and I've been taking good care of them, and they still work. They keep their point. Amazing value, good brush.
Yes.
And that's from somebody who used to use DW brushes, and we calling him going, dude, it lasted only 3 days.
I'm like, yeah, because, well,
I also learned to clean them better.
Yeah, you also were like real mean to your brushes.
I was. Well, I also
you're being so mean to them. Stop it.
I've learned to appreciate my brushes, learned how to treat them right. That also helps. But still, I've used a lot of GW brushes. The moment I use this, I notice a difference. So yeah, I'm just gonna say that's my shield for whatever you call it. I'm not very good at these fancy words. That's just me sucking up. There you go. Yeah. And plus, I got to meet Jason face to face, and he was nice to me, and he did a selfie, which I did of poor quality, and he still took it with me.
That's right. We've since then taught you how to take selfies.
Yes, I mean I'm not trying to get on Instagram and do cool stuff. So generally, like in that sense. Well, no, I take that back. I am doing
literally our Instagram
I take it back.
guy.
I just
you
lied.
literally are.
I just lied. I just realized I'm lying to you. I am the Instagram/TikTok guy. What am I saying? I needed just to do better. Like, oh no. But I don't know. Let's see what we got here. Oh, that reminds me. I'm really excited that that reminds me. Monument. Are you gonna be going to LVO? And are you going to be in San Diego as well for the tournament there? You don't need that negativity in your life.
Yeah, sub-assembly stuff with that. No, don't need that negativity in my life.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Thank you. I will paint my little dudes the way that I want to paint my little dudes.
That's right.
Some people just... very rarely in sub-assembly. Very rarely.
I've only done a couple sub-assemblies, but again, I regretted it afterwards because I'm like, this 20 models went to like 45 plus models, and it's like, oh dear goodness. When you're done though, you're very happy, and then you never do it again. At least not me.
I did Belisarius Call.
Yes.
In slight sub-assembly. He was in 2 pieces.
Oh, I got you.
When I painted him. And it was like his upper torso and then his lower torso. Just because like he has so many like tubes and stuff that interconnect on the back that I'm not gonna get in there.
I got you.
So I'll do his upper torso and lower torso. And he turned out pretty good. But aside from that, no, pretty much rarely do I do sub-assembly. I have on my backlog. I have Trajan.
Oh, Trajan.
And I'm doing him. His head is not on his body.
That sounds inappropriate.
I'll paint his head separately.
Okay, here we go. So we'll be at LVO. Sure. Usually don't do tourneys and such. Yeah, no, I get it. Oh, wait, what is this about? I can grab a vacation.
Until he doesn't do tourneys until he can grab a vacation.
I see. I got you. Well, then I'll see you at LVO, and that'll be awesome.
What is that little heart icon there?
I don't know.
Can you click it?
It does things. Like you click it and it becomes more.
That's obnoxious.
Yeah, so I can like do a bunch of hearts on the screen and stuff, and oh no,
sign in. Oh, because
oh no, I think because
you changed the password.
Well, I have it on my phone. Yeah, we did. So
yeah.
Oh, I have it on my phone, and the heart's here too, and I don't know why.
There it is. Oh, hit the heart. Hit the heart.
So many little troops. I'm drowning Nids, and that's hilarious. Yeah, exactly. You can just heart it. Yeah, have you seen this? You can just
spooky, scary face on screen. Scared face for Steven.
There you go. Scared faces for Steven. Terrified faces for me.
Terrified faces for Steven. That actually fits fairly well. Because sometimes you say things and people are like, "What? Yeah. What is he saying? Where is he going with
this?" I just say things, people. I don't know where I'm going with it either. I'm trying to get a reaction and then go from there. That's the reality of it. That's my favorite part. Like my wife would be like, "You're just trying to get a reaction on me." It's like, yes, and can I get a reaction now? And she's like, no, I refuse to participate in your trolling. So sadly,
that's the best part of trolling is that.
Well, excuse me, when you've been with the same woman for over 22 years, she kind of figures you out. Yeah. Eventually, she just looks at you with that death stare.
I'm halfway there.
Okay, guys, dinner's ready. Have a great rest of the show. No worries. Thank you, Monument Hobbies, for coming and hanging out with us. It's, awesome. Please come and visit again.
Yeah.
And don't tell us what we're doing wrong. Or maybe you do. I don't know. Talk to you later.
Bye.
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 Hey, guys. A super famous person just was in the room. And it was
super famous.
Super famous.
He's got his own paint.
He's got his own paint.
His own paint.
He's friends with Ninjon, bro.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, Ninjon's like, "What's up, bro?" And he's like, "Not much. I'm busy though, Ninjon. You need to go away.
Get away from me."
And he's like, "Yes, sir." He's super humble, for sure. You'll be happy to meet him if you do end up going to LVO.
I bet I'm more humble than he is.
Maybe. I don't know. You guys can measure that out.
I can't stop not submitting the irony of a statement like. I
love it. You're like, I'm more humble.
I'm so much more humble than you.
Oh, no. I love it. Okay. Let's keep on painting here, people. Okay, so tonight we're having a special giveaway. No, I'm kidding. That's not right. That's later. Sorry. I don't know. I just randomly say things. Thank you for coming to the Travis.
Tonight we're having a special giveaway. We're giving away Steven's dog.
Woo!
To one lucky person.
Yes, just feed her, please. I've got 4 dogs. Take one of them. They need a good home. Oh no! They'll be like, they would love you, I promise. Let's see here. We got that done. More weapons and don't forget the engines.
Don't forget the engines.
Been married 30 years. Trust me, they figured us out. They've given up. That might be true too. That's also possibly true. Well, at least I know that you only got me by like 7 years. So voila, that's as good as it gets for me.
Forget the engine.
Woo! Don't forget the engines. That's right. Are you forgetting to build the engine? First rule of painting a model: look at the bottom before you're done. Make sure you didn't miss anything. Let's see here. Oh man. Okay, painty. Oh. Let's see here.
No, I'm currently assembling the drugs that these dudes have on their back that they like.
Oh yes.
Inject themselves.
They look like they're from Batman.
Yeah, the Bane.
Yeah, they're little Banes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. That's pretty cool though. What do we got?
The engines.
Hey, boom. I love it. Yeah, it's kind of crazy because I've been talking to him about the giveaway and stuff, so it's really interesting to see that he's finally popped in chat to say hi. Because I was telling him, like, I'd like to learn more about what are the benefits of being a monumental, what do you expect from us, so that we're meeting your expectations, maybe, doing what you need us to do kind of thing, right? And so...
He's like, just send more people our way.
Yeah.
Have people buy stuff.
I know, but, I just wanted to chat with him and talk.
Yeah.
So, and I guess he decided to come and stare at us for a moment, so that was cool. I mean, he's welcome to come anytime, that's for sure. Okay, we got that. No blades on this one.
Don't forget the end.
I didn't look. I can't wait to find out if Jakari keep their blade master stuff. Where they do more AP with rolling sixes or what they did with that. You know what I mean? Because that made our melee potentially very good in the Space Marine suddenly.
We haven't seen more AP on six.
No, we really haven't.
That is not an ability that they've put out.
So if
I feel like we would have seen that by now.
Agreed. They've made exploding sixes. So potentially they say we're blade masters, and now we have exploding sixes. Which honestly, that would be okay too.
Or devastating wounds. Everything gets devastating wounds. Everything mortals on sixes. Everything.
My head hurts from the mortal wounds. I don't know what else to say. Second rule. The second rule of what? Fight Club?
Don't forget the engines.
Yes. Okay. Just making sure we're on the same page. I was actually watching a video today. I've been starting to work on learning new techniques, and all that. So I was looking at chipping, right? Learning how GW teaches chipping. Since I do have that account, I might as well watch some of their tutorials, even though it's really weird not to see people's faces anymore. But outside of that, I've been enjoying the show, if you will.
Yeah.
And learning how to do some new techniques. I need to sit down at some point and actually do the non-metal metallic, whatever. And
non-metallic metal.
Yeah, non-metallic metal. But I'm kind of holding off a little bit. I mean, that's something to be aware of too. Is over at Monument Hobbies YouTube, they have some how-tos in a sense, right? You watch him paint. He tells you what he's using. It's pretty good. Oh, a Canadian has arrived! Yes, Mr. Mike. How you doing, Mr. Custodes? Tell us your pains, your sorrows. We want to hear more.
Like that moment at the cafeteria in school where someone sits down and you just all stand up and leave.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Mike's here.
Mike's here.
It was nice. Thanks for coming to the stream, everybody. Hope you have a good night.
We're closing early tonight. But Mike hasn't told me he's going to LVO yet or not. What I did find out is, like, talking to Matt Anderson, he got a hotel room at the Rio for $550 for the weekend, and I know people paid a lot more than that when they got their tickets later. So I probably should make sure I get mine secured before it gets too late as well. Now that I think of it, and figure out who I'm staying with. If anyone's wanting to share a room, I'm down with it. I think Brandon said he was going and he wanted to share a room. I bet Chris would crash with us, but I think 4-door room is as good as I'm willing to go, and It gets a little crazy after that, for sure.
Matt's crying today from the leaks. Apparently he's not very happy with the the Custodes leaks.
No, he messaged me privately, so and was telling me that, and he's a little sad. He got mad at me. He's like, I was laughing. You know how sympathetic I am to Custodes.
Yeah, right.
And so
I don't care.
And he was like, "Well, I hope your Harlequins don't exist anymore.
Oh no,
as anything more than a special detachment." Kind of thing. And I was like, I've already accepted that. Look, I'm painting Jakari. Just being like that. You can't affect me, bro.
Well, if I know anything about Custodes, they do enjoy one-upmanship. So apparently, when you say I'm not sorry that your guys aren't that great, they just immediately jump to, well, I hope your army doesn't exist.
Exactly. I hope your army dies. And you're like, wow, bro, so toxic. Too funny. Okay, bought my ticket, hotel, and looking at flights. You son of a gun, you're that far ahead? Holy cow. I'm okay. Well, like I tell everybody, I'm a really good spoon, and if you need a roommate, let me know. Are you gonna stay at the Rio, or what's your plan then? I guess everyone's buying tickets. I better figure my stuff out. I'll just drive there. It'll cost me as much as flying there, honestly. So no.
It's a long trip.
Oh yeah. Let's see here. Oh man. Well, that's why I'm really waiting, because my AK stuff just got out of customs, as well as some AK stuff that we're going to be reviewing, hopefully.
Nice.
And so we should see it soon, and I'm really excited about that. So we've got all sorts of craziness going on.
Just some things coming down the pipeline.
Yeah. Let's see. I bet he just came to see if we're a real channel. And I'm thinking, Jason from Monument Hobbies, when he was in here for a little bit.
We've been sending people his way. We better be a real channel.
Yeah, he thought we opened a store. We're like a physical location. Who knows? That'd be funny. He's like, bro.
Well, that was what happened initially when I got on their Discord.
Yeah.
And I messaged Jen, and I was like, hey, we're new Monumentals. Like,
Cass and Liam are all booked as well. Nice. Got the Rio cheap. Okay. Are you staying by yourself, or you got roommates, bro? Tell me, because honestly, I'd love to share a room with you, because we had so much fun in LVO last time. I'd love to actually hang out with you more. So let me know if you got room for a crazy American who probably snores as much as you do. We'll take Benadryl together. Go to sleep. Let's see. Oh man, craziness. Oh man, I am definitely not keeping up with you guys. You're all booked up and everything. I better figure this out. I gotta figure this out this week then. It'll be the last thing I can figure out, I guess. Maybe I'll find a homeless shelter.
They've got them down there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course they do. But not maybe. Yeah, but it's called a free ticket to California.
Yeah, right.
They're like, get out of here. Get out of here. Let's see. I mean, I was glad to stay at the hotel next.
This really cheap room, but it turned out to be a brothel.
Oh no. Yeah. And then they were telling me how much I charged. They asked me how much I charged.
I thought it was really cheap, but that turned out to be the hourly rate.
King, but I can see if I can get queens. Dude, I will still sleep in the same bed with you. Don't you think that just because you're getting a single king that I won't sleep in the same bed? I was in the Navy, don't you know? I was a Boy Scout. You do whatever you got to do, bro. Like, I mean, I would love to crash with this honest engine, if you will. That's old generation. I don't know if that's taboo now, so please don't ban me.
Don't forget the engine.
Don't forget the engine. But I'm a different generation, so don't for fear of the strange words I say.
That's what Christopher Columbus said when they were loading up the boat.
That's hilarious. Just sleep in the hallway on the. I am not sleeping in the hallway, dude. Like last time I booked a hotel across the street, and it was literally half the price of the Rio. So I'm okay with that too. So it's all good, but it's up to you, bro. If you don't want to hang out, fine. I see where our friendship is. I see how it goes. Oh, God. Let's see here. Oh man. Okay, lots more painting going. We're getting work done though. I feel like these guys are coming together quick. Custodes and Grey got slight leak today. Yes, we're aware. We were
just talking about how
salty you are.
Awesome Grey Knights look, and how
Grey Knights got the
apparently all Custodes players should just swap over to Grey Knights.
Yeah, are you buying a Grey Knights army there, Mike? That's the question, right? Have you gone Grey Knights? Once you go Grey Knights, man, you don't go back.
Hey,
sorry. I love my jokes. You can't make me stop. Let's see here. I still love that my kids gave me that Father's Day gift a week early.
Oh yeah.
But I still, and they're all like, best dad ever. I'm like, let's go with second best. I don't like the expectations being that high. Let's go with second best. I'm cool with that. That feels reasonable.
First best dad so far.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, it's like, don't put so much pressure on me. I'm trying to keep you guys alive until I'm out of here.
Today was the worst day of my life. Worst day of your life so far.
There you go. Oh, that would be hilarious. Just painted over He's gonna pay the custody silver. That's the answer. No.
I mean, it's an army that has, a 2-up armor save all across the army and a 4-up invul, and which army are we talking about? Apparently, we're talking about Grey Knights now. Hey!
Oh, this is hilarious. Brandon Pillow got a warning from Nightbot from using too many symbols. Stop spamming those symbols, sir.
Scared face for Steven. Scared face for Steven.
Pink poops, guys. If you're here, pink poops for Travis. Scared faces for me. I kind of like these ghosty ones, but whatever you got. More. There we go. These are the ones I like. But either way, you can do your thing. I like the pink poops for Travis because he's kind of salty, but he also smells funny. He's not just green. There we go. And he's so feminine.
Look how you I think you started the pink poop thing because you're like, oh, Travis would hate pink poops.
I didn't really feel like that.
I don't care.
Honestly,
I was like, yeah, go for it. Pink poop.
Honestly, that was no. Honestly, I just picked it because I was gonna go brown poop, and then I saw the pink poop next to it, and I was like, no, let's be different.
Yeah.
And I really didn't think it would bother you because if I thought it would bother you, I wouldn't do it. I don't want to be talking to mom about what I posted. If it
bothered me a little bit, you would do it, and you'd do it over and over again. If it bothered me just a little.
So keep doing it? Got it. More pink poops.
No, but that's what I'm saying. You're like, oh, if it bothered you, I wouldn't do it. I'm like,
Oh, we got some pink poops from Golda and some scared faces. Thank you.
Scared faces.
There we go. I love it. Thank you, Golda, for involving yourself in our chat.
Brandon, my NyQuil ceases to knock me out. Well, you know what helps?
Is weed.
Is put your phone away.
Yeah, THC also helps. I've heard.
What?
Not THC.
Oh.
But yes, also, practice sleep hygiene, people. Part of that is create a routine. Let's say at 8 o'clock, you turn your phone. No, make it 10 o'clock. At 10 o'clock, when the stream is over, you turn your phone off. You take a shower, you read a book, you wind down, TV off. That's called sleep hygiene. For some people, it works. It doesn't work for me real well because I've got too much going on upstairs. But for the average person, it works. Sleep hygiene. Check it out. From your nurse to you, some free advice.
Hygiene.
But talk to your doctor first. Talk to your medical provider.
Hygiene.
But the funny part is I'm probably licensed in your state. so in theory, I could give you advice.
Yeah,
I'm like licensed in every state except for California, a couple on the East Coast, and Hawaii. That's about it. I think Alaska might be also not included. I'd have to double check. But most of the states, I can give medical advice. So, woo for me. Okay, that was a lot of work more done on the bikes. Super, super happy about that. We got 3 minutes left, people. This has been an amazing stream. So many of you hanging out. We just appreciate the hell out of you guys for supporting this. Because at one point, we really were considering dropping this part of it because just not a lot of people were showing interest. But lately, it's been doing really well, spiking up high. And we appreciate you guys hanging out with us. And like I said, we're hoping you enjoy the fun things we're doing in the background of the wall as we figure out what we're going to do with this wall. And and all that. So it's just been great. And then on top of it, check out our first 10th edition battle report this Wednesday. It's going to be amazing. And then on top of it, as always, supporting the channel by hitting your likes, your subscribes. After the stream's over, leave any kind of comment like Travis likes eating pink poops. Those are all okay. And then on top of it, if you can do more, please do. Jump down the links. Check out our, Monument Hobbies, stuff. It's great because you're helping us while you get things you already need, right? If you need objective markers, I've messaged them to add a 40
back.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, they did.
I didn't even check. So 40 mil base is going to be added to this, so it's going to be awesome. And then, so if you need one for updated version for 10th edition, we have them updated on 3D6 Wargaming, so check that out. And then on top of it, yes. Just tell them yes, obviously, right?
Yep.
And then, I lost the train of thought because I was happy with that. Oh, check out A-Case. They're amazing products. If you need to transfer your army, they're great. And then also, if you love what we're doing or you want to help us provide more content, better equipment, and all that kind of stuff, check out our Patreon. We've got that. We're kind of what we decided to do with the $1 is a great thing for you to do, and we welcome it.
Chip in. That's great.
Exactly. But the $1 gets you a lot of advantages in the Discord. But for the giveaways, we're just going to keep it to the $3 and $5 getting double entries at this point. Not that we have anybody doing $1 anyways, but just in case, I decided that the $1 is a great way to support and an easy way to do it. But we're going to keep the 3 to 5s for the giveaways at this time.
You're throwing an IT problem at me right now.
Are you?
Live on screen. I have to try to figure out how that's.
We don't have any dollar ones yet.
I know.
And actually, I'm trying to figure out how to get rid of the dollar tier. So if you're a dollar tier, I'll probably refund you as I get rid of it. But
I don't think anybody is, though.
No, nobody's done it. So like I said, we're getting rid of the dollar tier. But if for some reason I don't get rid of it in time, the dollar tier is limited. So in that involvement. So yes, an IT problem. That is what I do, create IT problems. But either way, as always, thank you for coming. It's amazing to see all of you. And we'll see you this Wednesday. And don't forget, 30Ks on Sundays as well.
30Ks on Sundays.
I think next week we're not. This Sunday, because we're doing every other for now. We're trying to fill this out and see how it goes. This next Sunday we're not. But the following one, it looks like we're going to have Night Lords going in to someone else. We haven't figured out who that someone else is yet. But we'll let you know when we get closer. And as always, thank you for joining us. My name is Steven.
Oh, my name is Travis.
He hasn't been here in a while.
Thank you guys so much
for joining us.
You guys have a great time. Tune back in on Wednesday. 10th edition.
10th edition. Let's go. Woo.
Bye.
Bye.